Hi everyone, welcome back. Sorry I was on a bit of a break. I was traveling for work, but I'm so excited to be working out with you guys again today. Before we get started, I did just want to mention that I am doing a big holiday giveaway to support the South Florida Foster and Adoptive Parent Association. So if you're interested in that, all the information will be down in the description below. All you have to do is purchase a gift from the registry there on Amazon, and you'll be entered to be able to win a giveaway. All of the information of what you'll win will be over on my Instagram, and the information of how to enter will be down in the description. So yeah, with that, all you're gonna need for today is a block. The block is optional. You definitely don't need it for the workout. It's just going under your foot at one point to add a different level of stability, but not necessary. And then a pair of weights. I'll be using ankle weights on my wrists. Feel free to throw on ankle weights on your ankles and your wrists and just play around with it. We're gonna go ahead and get started at the back edge of our mat in child's pose. Sit back onto your feet, open your knees nice and wide, walk your fingertips all the way out, and let your forehead rest down onto your mat. Take a big inhale through your nose, and a big exhale, push all of the air out like you're blowing air out of a straw. Inhale, filling all the way up, and exhale, empty out. Inhale, breathing into your back and the sides of your body. And as you exhale, feel your side body get smaller as your ribs knit together. Inhale, maybe you walk your fingertips out a little bit further, create space in your spine. And exhale, sit back onto your feet. Open your hips nice and wide. 2 more breaths, in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Keeping your forehead down on the mat, let's interlace our hands behind our low back. Take an inhale. And on your exhale, press your arms up and over your head. Open up through those shoulders. Inhale, lower your arms down to your low back. Exhale, press them up and over. 2 more just like that. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press them up and over. Last one, inhale, lower. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, gently lower your arms. Release your fingertips, plant your palms underneath your shoulders, and shift your weight forward onto your hands and knees. Find your tabletop position. Inhale, arch your belly, lift your head and look up. Exhale, press into your palms, separate your shoulder blades nice and wide, round your spine. Inhale, arch and look up. Exhale, round and look down. On your inhale, roll your shoulders back, down, and away from your ears. Lift from the top of your head. And on your exhale, press into your palms, separate your shoulder blades nice and wide. Drop your head to your mat. 2 more. Inhale, arch and look up. And exhale, round and look down. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Come back through center, find your neutral spine. Take an inhale, reach your right arm up to the sky. And then exhale, thread the needle under, but don't land your shoulder onto the mat. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, we thread the needle. 1 more. Inhale, reach. And this time your right shoulder lands down onto the mat. We're pressing into our left palm for a nice twist. For 3. For 2. On 1, unwind, reach your right arm up to the sky, and then plant your right palm down onto the mat. Left arm reaches up. Inhale, thread the needle under. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, we thread it under. 1 more. Inhale, reach. And this time, your left shoulder lands down onto the mat. Holding here for 3. Pressing into that right palm for 2. On 1, unwind. Reach that left arm up to the sky, and then left palm comes down to the mat. Let's tuck our toes under, press into your palms, float your knees up off the mat. Inhale. Exhale, tap your knees down. Make sure that you're pulling up from your belly button. You're not arching your back at all. And you're floating your knees just 2 inches, maybe 3 inches off the mat. So your knees come in line with your ankles, and then you inhale, tap it back down. So notice how I'm not straightening my legs. I'm keeping that 90-degree shape of my knees. And I'm just slightly floating off the mat. Last 4. Exhale, lift for 3. Exhale, lift for 2. Last one, hold the lift for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your knees down onto the mat. One more cat-cow. Inhale, arch your belly, lift your head and look up. Exhale, press into your palms, separate your shoulder blades nice and wide. Come back to your neutral spine and then walk your knees through your hands. Extend your legs out long onto the mat in front of you. If you want to throw ankle weights on, you can now. We're going to take an inhale, reach your arms up overhead. And exhale, dive it forward over your legs. Find your forward fold. Alternate pointing and flexing your right toes and your left toes, opening up through your hips as you do so. For 3, for 2. On 1, stack your spine up, arms come to shoulder height, tuck your tailbone under, and slowly lower down to your mat, 1 vertebrae at a time. You're squeezing your legs together, driving through those heels, keeping your shoulders down and away from your ears. And when your head touches your arms, reach up overhead, take an inhale. Exhale, we're going to dive it straight through. No flat back, spine stays rounded. Reach for your toes. Stack it up first, arms go high, and then round, arms lower as we lower down to the mat. If you need more stability, you can open your legs a little bit wider. You can also bend your knees and plant your feet onto the mat to help you lift up a little bit more, but try not to use momentum to lift and try to keep those heels down onto the mat. We're only here for 3 more. Inhale, your arms reach up. Exhale, you dive it forward. Reach for your toes. Stack your spine, arms come to shoulder height. Round and lower back down to the mat. 1 vertebrae at a time. Inhale. Exhale, dive it forward. Stack your spine up. Round and lower back down. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, dive it forward. Stack your spine up. Round and lower back down to your mat. 1 vertebrae at a time. Now we're going to let our palms rest down at our sides. And slightly float your legs up off the mat, squeezing your legs together. Take an exhale, stack your legs over your hips. And inhale, we're going to lower them as slow as you can with control, squeezing those legs together. Find your edge. And then use your exhale to stack your legs back over your hips. So I want you to go as low as you can go while keeping your ribs hugged in. If you want to, you can place your palms on your ribs and think about keeping them hugged down and together as you lower. And then use your exhale to lift them right back up. So the moment that you feel like you need to arch your back to get your legs lower, then that's the point where I want you to stop. So we inhale, lower it down, keeping everything in the center hugged in. And then exhale to lift right back up. Inhale, we lower. Exhale, we lift. 4 more just like that. Inhale, lower. Exhale to lift. 3 more. Inhale, lower. Exhale to lift. For 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale to lift. Last one. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and hold. Place your palms down at your sides if they aren't already there. We're going to add on. This time we inhale, lower the legs as low as they can go. Exhale, lift and stack your legs over your hips. Press into your palms and give me a small hop of your hips, lifting your legs and then slowly melting back down to your mat and lowering your legs back down. Inhale, exhale, we lift. Press into your palms. Don't use momentum. We lift, we lower, and we lower the legs. So we're pausing first with our legs over our hips and then pressing to lift, lower, and lower the legs back down to your mat. Exhale, lift, press into your palms. Lift, lower, and lower it back down. I also want you to make sure that as you lift your legs, we're not dropping them over our head. We're trying to pull them up to the ceiling, back down, and lowering it back down to your mat. Last 3 here. Lift, lower, and lower back down. For 2, exhale, press and lift, lower, and lower back down. Last one. Exhale, lift, lower, and lower. Back down. This time we're going to pause with our legs stacked over our hips and pulse the lift up for 10. Exhale, lift 9. Exhale, lift for 8. For 7. Remember, your legs are going up, not over. Last 5. Exhale, lift for 4. Exhale, lift for 3. Exhale, lift for 2. Last 1. And lower back down. Go ahead and hug your knees into your chest. Take an inhale. And then exhale, crunch your head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat. Knees are into your chest. Inhale, your arms reach up overhead, legs extended out long. Exhale, circle it back in through center. Inhale, extend it out. Exhale, circle it back in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, circle it in. You're here for 5. Exhale in. For 4. Exhale in. For 3. Exhale in. Make sure your legs are going as low as you can while maintaining your core. Last one. Exhale in and hold. Now we're keeping our right knee into our chest. Left leg goes long. Left hand is on your knee. Right hand is on your shin. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders up another inch. Hold it here. Right knee in. Left knee in. Right knee in. Left knee in. See if you can lift your head, neck, and shoulders up another inch. Both shoulder blades are lifted off the mat. So try to find that point where your shoulder blades are not touching the mat. We're here for 5. And switch. For 4. And switch. For 3. And switch. Last 2. And switch. Last 1. Switch and hold. Hands interlaced behind your head for support. Take an exhale, crunch it up. Get those shoulder blades lifted. Elbows are out wide. We're crunching and twisting over to the right knee. Come back through center. And crunch and twist over to the left. Both shoulder blades stay off the mat, but you're really trying to pull and lift the opposite shoulder blade. So when I crunch over to the left, my right shoulder blade is completely off. And when I crunch over to the right, my left shoulder blade is off. We're here for 5. And switch. For 4. And switch. For 3. And switch. For 2. And switch. Last 1. And switch. Come back through center. Both legs are extended out long. Crisscross for 10. 9. See if you can lower them a little bit more. We're here for 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Bend your knees back in. Hug them into your chest. Good morning to your core. I don't know if it's morning where you guys are, but it is here. Take an inhale. Reach your arms up overhead. Extend your legs out long, full body stretch, reaching through your fingertips and your toes. And an exhale, hug both knees into your chest. Place one hand on either knee and drop big circles with your knee, releasing your hips, your core, your low back. And reverse the direction. Last 2. Last 1. When you're ready, rock and roll it up. Meet me in a comfortable seat on your right side. So your knees are stacked over each other. Right palm is coming down to the mat. We're going to go ahead and grab our ankle weights. I'm going to place them on my wrists. You can also use dumbbells if you would prefer. Sometimes I hold these like little nuggets, but since they're going to be in my hands the whole time, we're just going to strap them up. And feel free to play around with the weight. I physically cannot speak if I go more than 1 pound. So we do the 1 pound here. We're placing our right palm onto the mat. Right knee is on the bottom, left knee is on top. Left hand is coming and hugging right by your rib. We're going to take an inhale and then exhale, press and reach that left arm up overhead. Inhale, lower it back down. Left elbow pulls into your side. Exhale, press it up and over. Inhale, we lower. Exhale, press and reach. Inhale, we lower. Exhale, press and reach for 5. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press and reach for 4. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press and reach for 3. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press and reach for 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press and reach for 1. Inhale, lower. We're gonna add on. You have two options. You're gonna do the press and reach first. Your elbow comes down to your side. Now this time as you press and reach, we're lifting our hips up off the mat and lowering them back down. So we do a reach, bring it in, lift the hips and reach and lower. Other option to elevate, we're gonna stagger our feet. We go press and reach, lower. This time when you press, you lift all the way to your side plank, bend the knees and lower back down. So we press and reach, bring it in, press and lift to your side plank, bend it in and lower back down. Press and reach, lower, press and lift, and lower it back down. We're here for 4. Reach, lower, press and lift, and lower it back down. For 3, lower, press and lift, and lower it back down. For 2, lower, press and lift. And remember, you can always stay with that modified side plank and then try out the full side plank, see how you feel. Last one, press and lift. We're in our side plank or our modified side plank. That left hand is gonna come down to the mat, and then you're gonna row your left arm across your chest with the weight and reach it up to the ceiling. So we're holding the side plank, lowering the weight, and reaching it up, extending those hands all the way up to the sky. Inhale, we lower. Exhale, we row across and reach. The rest of my body is completely still. And remember, you can be on your knees or on your feet. We're here for 5. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Make sure you get that full extension. You pull your shoulder blades all the way back. For 4. You're here for 3. Last 2. Last 1. We hold it up, and then we're flipping out, finding your high plank. In your high plank, we're going to drop our knees down. Inhale, hug your elbows in, lower your chest. Exhale, press and lift it up. Lift the knees and open back out to the side plank. We go high plank, knees down. Hug your elbows in, lower your chest. Press and lift it up. Lift the knees and open back up to your side plank. Other option, you're in the modified side plank. You come to the modified high plank. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. And you open right back up to the side. So it's the same exact thing. You just don't have to drop your knees when you're in the high plank. You also don't have to drop your knees. You can do the full push-up. I will not be joining you in that. We're dropping the heels and reaching up to the sky. Palm comes down, knees come down. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Knees lift. And we reach it up. Last 2 here. Make sure you're hugging those elbows in, using your triceps, and make sure that you're engaging your core and you're not letting your hips drop in this push-up. So notice how my body lowers in a straight line and I lift in a straight line. My spine doesn't change shape as I lift and lower. We're meeting in our high plank, pausing here. In your high plank, you have the option of dropping your right knee if you need to. Left leg is the working leg. Right leg stays completely still, whether it's lifted and or down. Left leg is going to lift. We squeeze that left glute and lower. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, lower. Or you're in the full plank. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, lower. We're here for 5. Exhale, lift for 4. Exhale, lift for 3. Make sure your gaze is at the top of your mat. You're protecting your neck. Last 1, hold the lift. Press into the ball of your right foot, shift your weight forward and pull it back. Or your knee is down. We shift it forward and back. Forward and back. Squeezing that left glute, keeping that leg lifted, pulling up from your belly button. Last 4. For 3. For 2. Hold the lift on 1. We're tapping over to the left side with the left toes and lifting back up through center. We tap over to the side if your knee is down and lift back through center. Same thing. Tap and lift. We tap and lift. Or we tap and lift. Tap and lift. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Hold the lift. Now we're going to press it forward. Pull your weight back. Press your hips high to the sky. Left leg goes high. Shift it forward. 3-legged plank. We shift our weight forward. Shift our weight back. Press and lift. and shift it forward. Same thing if your knee is down. We shift it forward, shift it back, press and lift, and you bend your knee comes down to the mat. Shift it forward, shift it back, press and lift, knee comes down. We're here for 3 more. Press it high, shift it forward, shift it back, press it high, shift it forward, shift it back. Last one. We're going to meet in the 3-legged. Holding here, pulse your left leg up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Lower your left foot down to the mat to meet your right foot. Pedal it out, alternating your right and your left. And when you're ready, walk your hands back to your feet and slowly roll it all the way up. We're going to meet standing. Roll those shoulders back down and away from your ears. Go ahead and grab that block. Going to come underneath your left foot. So we're stepping onto the block with our left foot. Remember, if you don't have one, same exact thing. You're just stepping onto the mat. Hands are coming by your shoulders, whether you have dumbbells or the ankle weights on your wrist. Nice and simple to start. We're going to exhale, press those arms up and over. And inhale, lower them down. Exhale, press. Inhale, lower. Exhale, really think about lifting and pressing and then keeping your shoulders back down and away from your ears. So when I lift, I'm not hugging my shoulders by my ears. My shoulders stay back and down. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press. Inhale, lower it down. Exhale, lift for 3. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press for 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press for 1. Inhale, lower. Now we're adding that right leg in. This time we press. Drive that right knee into your chest. Inhale, tap your right toes down, lower your arms. Exhale, press and lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press and lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press for 4. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press and lift for 3. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press and lift for 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press, hold the lift on 1. Nice and slow as you can. We're going to hinge our chest down, lower your arms toward the mat, and slowly extend that right leg back, finding an airplane or a T, whatever you want to call it, and then slowly stand up, drive your knee into your chest, lift your arms up overhead. So we hinge it down, your arms reach down toward the mat, your leg extends back. We pull it in by squeezing your glute, pulling in, squeezing your core, pulling your hands by your shoulders, and pressing those weights up overhead. We slowly lower it down, reach your hands down toward the mat, extend that right leg back, pull it up, and drive it in. If you need more support, we're going to lower, reach your arms down, step that right leg down onto the mat. Just your toes come down. We hinge just your chest. Lift your chest and then drive that right knee into your chest. You can also skip the knee drive. You just do the shoulder press. Hinge down, lower, and reach the weights up overhead. There's lots of variations you can make of this to make it a little bit more accessible. And we reach it up. Last 3 here. We hinge it down, extend that leg back. Use your exhale to squeeze and lift, and remember to go nice and slow. If you try to rush it, that's when you fall over. Last 2. Exhale to lift. Ooh, my glute is starting to hurt. Last one. I also have really weak ankles, you guys, so this always hurts. We're holding at the bottom and then lowering that right foot down onto the mat. Your arms are reaching down. Option to just move your arms, or you can also include that right leg. We're going to row the weights into our ribs, lift that right leg up off the mat, squeeze that right glute. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale, lift, row the weights into your ribs. Inhale, lower. Gaze is at the top of your mat. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Core is engaged so we don't fall over. Exhale, lift. Squeeze. Inhale, lower. Make sure that you're squeezing your shoulder blades back as you lift. Inhale, lower. Last 3. Inhale, lower. Remember, you can just move the arms for 2. Inhale, lower. Last 1. Inhale, lower. And now we're going to bend back into that right knee. Right knee is bent. We're in a lunge position. Arms are reaching forward. We're going to fly it forward, reach it forward. Option to lift that right foot off the mat. And then we lower back down. Right foot comes down. We lower to our lunge. We press it forward. Lift, tricep extension of the arms. And lower down with control. Or you press it forward. That leg stays down on the mat. Our arms fly back. And we lower it back down. Exhale, press it forward. Inhale, lower, or you fly it all the way forward and lower back down. Last 3 here. Exhale, press. Inhale, lower it down. Last 2, press and lower it down. Last 1, press, lower and hold just the arms. Lower and lift. We're staying in this lunge. Sink nice and low. Can you sink a little bit deeper? We're here for 5. For 4, for 3, last 2, last 1. Now we're adding a full lift, reaching all the way up, bending both knees and lowering down. We press and lift and lower. You don't have to include the shoulder press. If you don't want to, press and lift. Inhale, lower. Make sure that your core stays engaged. So I'm not arching my back and puffing out my ribs as I lift. I'm keeping my ribs hugged down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Last 3. Exhale, lift for 2. Last 1. Hold it low. Pulse it out for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it together. Step off the block. Take an inhale. Reach both arms up overhead and a big exhale, forward fold over your legs. Let your heart rate come down. Heel toe your feet out to hips width distance. Let your head hang heavy. Keep your left palm down on the mat. Left knee bends. Right arm sweeps up and over for a twist. Same thing, other side. Right palm down. Left arm sweeps up and over for a twist. 1 more each side. Left palm down. Left knee bends. Right arm reaches. Right palm down. Right knee bends. Left arm reaches. Come back through center. Find your neutral spine. And forward fold. And just alternate, taking anything else that you need. I'm going to pedal out my knees for a moment. And then slowly lower it back down to your mat. We have all of that over to the other side. And then we're done for today. So go ahead and move that block out of the way for now. We're flipping over. This time we're on our left side. So left palm is down. We're stacked with our right leg over our left. Right elbow is by your ribs. Take an inhale and then exhale, press and reach that right arm up overhead. Inhale, we lower it down. And try not to just throw your arm up overhead and think about reaching. And try not to just think about reaching the arm up and over. Really think about using those muscles, squeezing as you reach, and using your bicep, pulling it back down. Exhale, we press. Inhale, we lower. Exhale, press and reach. Inhale, we lower it down. Exhale, reach for 4. Inhale, lower. Squeeze your shoulder blades back and down. Inhale, lower. Last 2. Last 1. And we're going to add that lift. Remember, first option, we press and lift just the hips. We lower it down. We do just the reach. And we reset. We press and lift the hips. Lower it down. Do just the reach. And reset. Or we stagger our feet right in front of left, press and reach all the way up, full side plank, lower it down, just the arm, bend it in, press and lift, and you lower by bending your knees and sitting back. We reach, lower, press into your feet, press forward, almost like you're pushing your body toward the top of your mat, and then lowering back down. Last 4 here, press and reach, and lower. For 3, press and reach, and lower. For 2, press and reach, and lower. Last one, press and reach and hold. We're staying lifted in our side plank or modified side plank. That right hand lowers down to the mat and then reach it up and across your chest, up to the sky. Right fingertips reach down, right hand rows up and across and reaches up. We go down and reach. Same thing if you're on both knees. You go down and reach it up. Make sure you're rolling your shoulder blades back, squeezing them back in together as you reach that right hand up, and then releasing to lower. Exhale, lift for 4. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 3. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 1. Inhale, lower. Right palm comes down to the mat. You're in your high plank. Both knees come down. Take an inhale, lower your chest down to the mat. Hug your elbows in. Exhale, press and lift. This side's probably harder. Lift your knees up off the mat. Drop your heels over to the left. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Right palm comes down. Both knees come down. Inhale, lower your chest. Exhale, lift your chest. Lift and reach. Same thing if your knees are down. Right palm comes down. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Drop the knees and reach. Right palm comes down. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Open and reach. Last 3 here. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Lift the knees and reach it up. Last 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Try to hug those elbows in, and remember, we're engaging our core, keeping the center of your body completely still. Last 1. We lift and all meet in our high plank or modified high plank. Right leg is the working leg this time. Right leg lifts, squeeze, inhale, tap. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, tap. Same thing if that left knee is lifted. We tap, exhale, lift. Inhale, tap, exhale, lift. For 5, exhale, lift. For 4, I hope you guys cannot hear the obnoxious cars going by. For 3, exhale, lift. Last 2, lift. On 1, we hold the lift. We're shifting our weight forward an inch and back an inch. If your knee is down, press your hips forward, pull your hips back. If your knee is lifted, you press into the ball of your feet, shift it forward, and pull it back. You can also keep both feet down and shift it forward and back. If the 3-legged is too much, but you still want to try the plank, we're here for 3, for 2. On 1, we hold it lifted. Same thing, right toes tap over to the right side. Right leg lifts back up through center. Inhale, we tap. Exhale, we lift. That left knee can be down, or that left knee is lifted. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. For 4. For 3. Last 2. Last 1. Hold it lifted. Now we shift it forward. Pull it back. Press your hips high. Right leg goes high. And shift it back to a 3-legged. We shift it forward, back, press it up, right leg goes high, and shift it forward. Same thing if your knee is down, forward, back, press it high, and lower, forward, back, press it high, and lower. You can also have both knees down, forward, back, and just press your hips high, and lower both knees down, forward, back, press it high, and lower. Last 2 here, forward, back, press it high, and lower. Last 1, press it high and hold, pulse that right leg up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower your right foot down to meet your left and pedal it out, alternating right and left. Walk your hands back to meet your feet and slowly roll it all the way up. Roll your shoulders back, down, and away from your ears. Go ahead and grab that block. It's coming underneath your right foot this time at the center of your mat. One last little push here and we are thankfully done. Take a big inhale. Hands are by your shoulders, just the shoulder press. Exhale, press your arms up and over. Inhale, we lower. Exhale, we press. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press. We're here for 5. Exhale, press. For 4, remember our shoulders are relaxed, down and away from our ears. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1 like this, and we add the knee drive of the left knee. Exhale, press and lift your left knee, reach your fingertips up. Inhale, lower it down. Exhale, press and lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press and lift. Inhale, lower. We're here for 4. Inhale, lower. Press and lift for 3. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 1 and hold. Now we hinge the chest down nice and slow. Lower the arms down toward the mat. Extend that left leg behind you. And then pull that left knee in. Pull your hands by your shoulders. Press the arms up overhead. Drive that left knee into your chest. Inhale, we lower it down. Hug those ribs. Engage your left glute. Keep that hip down. Make sure that you're not opening up through the left hip. Your hips stay dialed down and parallel with each other. Inhale, we lower. Exhale, we press and lift. Remember, you have the option of dropping those left toes down to the mat and just lowering your chest and then lifting, knee drive and pressing. Or you keep that foot down. We lower just the chest and lift just the arms. We're here for 3 more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press and lift. For 2. Exhale, press and lift. Last 1, we're holding at the bottom and lowering those left toes down to the mat. Now we're rowing the weights into our sides, squeezing those elbows in and releasing. Maybe you add the lift of the left leg. We lift and lower. Exhale, lift, squeeze those shoulder blades back, squeeze your left glute before you lower back down. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Check in with your back. Make sure your back is completely flat. Shoulders are relaxed and pulled back down and away from your ears. If you have a mirror, I want you to turn to the side and look at your spine. Make sure that you're not rounding your back. Last 2. Last 1. We lower our toes down to the mat and step it back. Find our lunge. Take an inhale, and on your exhale, we're driving it forward, lifting that left leg, squeezing our shoulder blades back, reaching those fingertips towards the back, and lowering back down. Or we just press it forward, reach those arms, really squeeze those triceps, and then bend the knee and lower down. Exhale, we press it forward. Inhale, we lower. Or exhale, we fly it forward. Inhale, we lower. Last 3. Inhale, lower. Last 2. Getting the shakes. Inhale, we lower. Last 1. Inhale, lower and hold. Just the arms. Lower. Exhale, lift. See if you can sink another inch deeper into your lunge. We're here for 6. Honestly, this feels like a little bit of a break. My legs hurt, but it's like a different pain that I can manage besides the shakes. Last 3. Sink a little bit deeper for 2. Hold it here on 1. Hands come by your shoulders. We press into both legs, lift them straight, reach your arms up overhead, and we lower it down. Exhale, press. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press. Inhale, lower. Ribs stay hugged in. Press. Inhale, lower. Last 3. Inhale, lower. Driving through your heel for 2. Inhale, lower. Last 1. Lower, hold, pulse it out. 10, 9, last push. 8, 7, 6, 5, sink a little lower. 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it together. Whew, step off the block. Take an inhale. Reach your arms up overhead. And then exhale, forward fold. Oh my goodness. The sculpt is never easy. Let's go ahead and take off those wrist weights if you have them on, or your ankle weights if you have those on. When you're ready, just meet me in your forward fold. Move that block out of your way. Let your head hang heavy. Rock from side to side. Alternate bending your knees. Open up through those hips. For 3. For 2. On 1, walk your feet together. Walk your hands out. Find your downward facing dog. Press your chest back toward your legs. Reach your right leg up high to the sky. Bend your right knee and draw big circles with your knees going in this direction for 2. On 1, reverse the direction for 3. For 2. Last one, right leg goes high to the sky. Shift it forward. Pull your right knee into your nose and then plant your right shin, your right shin behind your hands. Find your pigeon pose. Should feel really good on this side. Walk your hands out and let your forehead rest down onto the mat. Holding here for 3 breaths. On this last one, slowly roll it all the way up. Press your chest up, and maybe you bend that left leg, reach your right arm back, and for your left leg for that quad stretch. For 3. For 2. On 1, release, plant your palm onto the mat, tuck your left toes under, press into your palms, press into your left toes, send your right leg high to the sky. Right toes come down to the mat, bring both big toes to touch first, and then left leg presses up and high to the sky. Bend the left knee and draw big circles with your knee going in this direction for 3. For 2. Ooh, I'm way shakier on this side. Last one, reverse the direction. Ooh, for 3. For 2. On 1, extend your left leg up high to the sky. Shift it forward, pull your left knee in, and then gently lower your shin down behind your wrists. Walk your right leg back, find your pigeon pose, and then walk your hands out. Let your forehead rest down on your mat or on your palms, holding the stretch on this side for 3 breaths. In through the nose and out through the mouth. For 2. On this last one, slowly roll it up. Press into your palms. Bend that right knee. Reach your left arm back this time for the nice quad stretch. Holding here for 3. For 2. On 1, release. Plant both palms on the mat. And we're just going to swing that right leg around. Reach both legs forward. Reach your arms up to the sky. Take an inhale. And on your exhale, forward fold over your legs. Holding here for 3. For 2. On 1, slowly roll it all the way up. And we are done for today, you guys. Great job. Today was not easy. I saw your comments saying that I should offer more variations for things. So if you noticed that this time, that is why. I will continue to keep doing that. If you guys have any other suggestions, I absolutely love reading your comments. So please leave them in the comments down below. Whew, I am out of breath. I hope you guys enjoyed that workout, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.